Hello again, Steve here. Just on my way back to Halifax after a vacation and to the airport tomorrow morning. And I just thought of something to share about teamwork. And the idea came as a result of my brother and I having a conversation about the expansion of mankind into very cold climates, and in the early days they needed to be able to take down larger animals, or possibly with a larger animal like a woolly mammoth or something like that, they could make a tent out of the tarp, make clothing out of the pelt and the hide. They could make clothing out of it. They could use the bones. They could use the flesh for food and for oil and what have you. But if you can imagine a woolly mammoth, maybe perhaps larger than an elephant, it's extremely difficult for a band of guys with spears to take that down. Yet what they did is they teamed up with dogs. Dogs, as we call them now, man's best friend, originally wolves basically, but they were a symbiotic relationship with man, because they were both rather tribal, and they both worked similarly, so they had an affinity for each other to go after something for mutual benefit. The dogs would benefit if the mammoth was taken down, so would the group of guys. So they would use, this is all coming from my brother, who was surmising this, and I think it's probably quite a valid hypothesis, that dogs were used as early weapons of mass destruction, essentially, to be able to survive, for a man to survive. They train the dogs to ambush the mammoth and distract the mammoth by going after its legs, for example, in a pack. Dogs work in a pack. It's very difficult to throw off a pack because they're coming at it from all angles. And in the confusion, the animal could then be speared multiple times by the attacking men who are working as in a team with the dogs. So you can see the very powerful effect of teams. It's kind of like often we think of in pure mathematics, something plus another something equals two somethings, right? But in these cases, in the case of teamwork, something plus another something equals more than just the two things combined. Because the dog pack alone could not bring down the mammoth, and the group of spearing guys could not bring down the mammoth. So in effect, both on their own equal zero towards bringing down the mammoth. But together, they equal bringing down the mammoth. So it's kind of like 0 plus 0 on their own is equaling the infinity, the drop of the mammoth. So it really screws up math, but it's kind of like 1 plus, or if you call it 1 plus 1, is equaling a huge jackpot instead of just 2. So I just thought I'd share that as an example of teamwork, the power of teamwork, and the multiplying effect of teamwork. And I think it's easy to relate this to our quality of life. We all know that if we want to get something done and we can somehow enlist a team, it's just that much easier. It multiplies things. And if we work on the team, we work on ourselves within a team, we learn cooperation, negotiation, and all of these valuable voluntary expressions of production, basically. So hope this was helpful, just sharing a little idea. On my drive back to Halifax at the end of my vacation. Great chatting again. Steve here. Talk again soon. Bye for now.